We go to I don't give a damn, I'm going bike riding.
What?
New York.
We suck again!
Over the weekend, they celebrate the annual Jewish Day Parade,
Okay.
where thousands of Jewish New Yorkers came out to celebrate their heritage.
All right.
But there was something, or shall I say someone, was missing. The mayor of New York.
Sheer fucking hubris.
I'm Jazz Borganzo on this. Being that Mandami hates the Jewish people's guts, yet the same Jewish people voted for him for an office.
Stupid and retarded.
Make it make sense.
God! You can't make this shit up!
But it's what's next. A happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Jazz Borganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today. Of course, always, new day, new week, and definitely new bullshit. Well, of course, it's June 1st, and of course, just like anything, you would think I would be doing a pride parade, pride parade something, some idiot mayor, some idiot governor, pushing out the alphabet garbage. But no, I'm going to do this story because I think it was necessary. What am I talking about? Well, over the weekend, there was the annual New York Jewish Day Parade. I didn't know. Then again, I'm not Jewish, so I wouldn't know. But thousands of Jewish New Yorkers came out to celebrate their heritage. But there was something, or shall I say someone, was missing. Could have been the police. No, they were out there in force. Could have been, protesters. I'm sure there were plenty. But the mayor of New York, the Honorable Zoltar Kami Muslim Mandami, was nowhere to be found. Gee, I wonder where he was. Well, he said, the parade, I'm going bike riding. Yeah. And here we go. This comes out of the Gateway Pundit. Bizarre. Communist Zoltar Mandani skips Israel Day Parade, spends day riding bike around New York City in a suit. Figures. Radical socialist New York City Mayor Mandani was the first mayor in over 60 years to skip the city's annual Israel Day Parade. I said the Jewish Day Parade, but it's the Israel Day Parade, which was held on Sunday despite attending other events and to celebrate the city's diverse cultural landscape. Yes, I'd rather go anywhere else than there. Mandami's hatred of Jewish people is so consuming it defines his mayoralty. Of course, that was at the Geller Reports. Mandami instead bizarrely rode around the city on a bicycle in a full suit. That's him on a bike while the governor showed up at the parade along with other members of the administration. But not his. Mandani was also seen without a bike helmet, of course ignoring basic safety and serving a terrible role model for children, despite having only recently touted the importance of bike safety. Quote, I joined the New York's cutest on the Bergen bike bus that they ride to school every day, rain or shine. We're adding bike boulevards to more pedestrian space on Bergen and Dean Street, from Court Street to East New York Avenue. It was a wonderful kind of day.
Every day when you're walking down the street and everybody...
Stop. I can't look at it anymore. Despite Mandani's insult, New York Governor Kathy Hochul, yes, clownish governor, and New York PD commish Jessica Tisch, yes, she's a female New York police commissioner. Anyway, that's not sexist. I'm just pointing that out. Joined the parade alongside former mayors Eric Adams and Michael Bloomberg. The former mayors Adam and Bloomberg showed up, but not dumbass Mandami. New York Post reports. The crowd stating chant, we miss you, Mike, and Jesse for mayor, when they saw the pair marching behind the police department's banner, flanked by a cadre of New York's finest. Tisch last week stood behind her boss, Mandami, at a press conference about security at the event and said, it's the mayor's decision not to march. It's my decision to march proudly. Former Mayor Adams took to X to troll Mandami ahead of the parade, noting that this year means even more. At a time when anti-Semitism is rising across our country, and in New York, it's at its highest it's been in decades. Jewish New Yorkers are facing hatred, intimidation, and attacks at unprecedented levels. You cannot afford silence. Of course, this was the former mayor.
Hello, New Yorkers. This Sunday, May 31st, Fifth Avenue will once again become a sea of blue and white as thousands of proud New Yorkers come together to celebrate the unbreakable bond between New York and Israel.
My thoughts. Why should anybody be surprised that Mandami would basically ditch this? Why? Why would anybody be surprised? The dude's a Muslim. And as we all know, Muslims are not a fan of the Jewish people. But yet, like I said in my intro, these are the same Jewish people, 18 to 29, 30, Gen Zers, who came out and voted for this guy in force, knowing that he was going to f them over. Because these are the same people who begged for it, who pleaded for it, who got on their hands and knees for it, who grabbed their ankles and bent over for it, and they wanted this guy in office. Well, you got him. And he made it very clear what he's going to do to the city of New York. He's going to trash the city like no other mayor in the history of that city has ever done. So the Israel Day Parade, annual, May 31st. Thousands of New Yorkers came out to celebrate their heritage. Current governor, former mayors, former administrators came out in force. But yet the one person where you would want that, to be, the anchor, the mayor of a New York City, nowhere to be found, riding bikes in a suit, no helmet. Don't give. You know what? To me, I would have been the one who would have went up to him just before he decided to go on his little bike ride and say, Mr. Mayor, you have the annual Israel Day Parade going on right now as we speak. Why aren't you in attendance? I'm sure he would have said, well, I had other commitments. I really, I had other things to do. There are more important things. I would have, just something like that. But then again, no, I'm sorry. I wanted to do something like that. That would have been him. Me, if you want to be all honest, would have basically said, hey, you know what? Being Muslim, I don't give a about the Jewish people. They voted for me, so I'm going to f them over and over again for the next 4 years, and there's not a damn thing they can do about it. Had he been honest. Then again, if you read between the lines, it's basically what he did. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this, please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always, and we'll see you next time. Peace.